Hey folks, welcome to week 3. I'm going to start with some general housekeeping. I made some adjustments to Brightspace. I got some emails and some questions in the discussion board, commenting on how difficult it was to navigate. I made some adjustments. I hope they work. Let me know if they did or if they did not. This is my first semester teaching with Brightspace. It's not an excuse, it's just what it is. And if it works, that's great. If not, I'll go back and make a few more adjustments. I really thank you for your patience. Um, on to week 3. I just want you to know that I've reviewed nearly all the application exercise assignments. I think I have like 7 of them left. Everybody you really did an exceptionally good job. Kudos. Now you may ask, why exactly did we have to do an assignment like this, right? Well, one of the things that I want to mention is that, we all come from different backgrounds and different disciplines, and therefore, we all have, different life experiences, and we have different perspectives we bring into this discipline. Um, and when you first start in the information sciences, at least this is the way it was for me, there can be difficulty um, in thinking about you know our knowledge and our discipline and our expertise slightly different. So what I mean is, like, when I started looking at information through a different lens and thinking about it in terms of like the end user instead of my own like personal needs to discover information, it kind of flipped the script a little bit. um, and it got me to think about what information meant, and the way it could be used for the general public, the way it could be accessed. As information scientists, we use and rely on metadata to help organize and describe information. It makes information discoverable to the end user. And it takes a bit of discipline to start looking differently at topical areas, especially the ones that we know really well, in helping to structure our information so that it can be discoverable to the end user. All right, and that was the essence of what the assignment this week was. It was just trying to get us to think about how we describe information that we know so well. Um, we have to start thinking about the overall structure of information, um, and we have to think about the end user, and this is what really makes us successful information scientists. When we can do that, we can think about the structure of information and the way it is accessed and usable to the end users, the human being interaction with discoverability of information. That is key, and that is the essence of what Dr. B's lecture this week is going to be about. It's going to be about that human component, about the human interaction that they have with information, um, and the role that we play in that as information scientists. This week is going to be another one of those fundamental core aspects and one of the building blocks of the information sciences. Um, Now, one thing I think we can all agree on is that everybody's approach to searching for information is going to be slightly different. Um, you know, for instance, if somebody came up to you and asked for an article or a book on, let's say, Portugal, all right, your first reaction might be, to ask them to delve a little further. What is it that they're exactly looking for? Are they looking for like the history of the country? Are they looking for the geography of the country? Are they looking for like travel information about going and visiting Portugal? Um, that's part of being an information scientist. We want the end user to delve a little bit deeper in letting us know so that we can understand what their needs are as the end user. That'll be, something Dr. B alludes to in her lectures this week. Um, and information is organized in a certain way, where it uses metadata to describe the information. And, last week you all took information and you described it. And essentially you developed your own metadata schema for the images that you were sharing. Now, next week, it gets very interesting, I think, where we start to look deeper into the systems that our users interact with. And we're going to talk about the users and the way they interact with systems and the way our systems are designed to interact with them. That's getting even more interesting, the advent of artificial intelligence, which, there is no week where we're going to talk specifically about artificial intelligence. We will be talking about information, but I may bring in some items just to delve in a little bit to AI and start talking about the different types of AI, generative AI, and others. Now you start moving through this program, you're going to be taking a lot of different courses, and a lot of those courses you may touch on topics like AI or any other topic, and at times it can be a little overwhelming because you're taking in a lot of information from a lot of different places, and it's oftentimes really hard to kind of like sort it all out and connect all the dots. Because I know there's a lot of people who are still unsure about which path they're going to take in this field. Just, from my own personal experience, I didn't really know what path I wanted to go down. For a while, I was looking at being a cataloger, and I was really interested in public libraries, and then I was thinking about law librarianship for a little while. But after I think about a semester and a half, or maybe it was a full 2 semesters, a lot of the dots started to connect together in terms of what I was reading and what I was engaging with and what I was really kind of like excited about pursuing. And that's when I started really focusing on academic libraries. So it's different for all people. So, be patient with yourself. And I think working for a number of you who are already working in libraries, you're in a pretty good position because you're getting a lot of really tangible experience. So while you're in this program, look for opportunities for practicums and apprenticeships. Anything you can do to get practical experience, because that'll really help you in sorting through what you want to do professionally. Now, most people I've been responding to within a day, sometimes 2. Be patient. I'm sorry I don't get back to people right away. It usually does take me 24, sometimes 48 hours. This week I'm traveling, and then I have a surgery coming up at the end of the month that may take me, out of circulation for a couple days. I'll alert everybody if I'm going to be gone that long. And I'll put it up in the announcements. But all I want to say is, everybody, you're off to a great start. It's good to see so many active scholars who are really interested in pursuing the information sciences. It's just, as a person who works in this field, it's really exciting. So onwards, and best of luck, and thank you.